Hello and welcome to implementing server-side pagination with MatPaginator on Angular. In this video, as title suggested, we will implement server-side pagination with MatPaginator. Let's get started by looking through the end result. We have the material data table here with server-side pagination implemented. All these data are loaded to server-side pagination. Okay, now we can change the size of the items. Basically everything we can do it on local pagination, and we have API that will return the user. If no pagination information is passed, this will return all the users. So okay, this will offset 0 and limit 5 will return first 5 items, and with limit 5 and offset 1 it will return the next 5 items. Okay, so 6 today. We can change the limit as well. Okay, so this will return from 11 to 20. Okay, let's stick with limit 5 for simplicity. Let's look through the code. Okay, let's first watch the node project. This has the only one endpoint /users, and it will return the users. This will get offset and size, and for simplicity we use just the data source here. No database is used. If no information is passed, as I already told, offset is 0 and the size will be the length of the users. Okay, we will calculate from to slice the array from offset into size. Since offset, if for offset is 0, the size will be 0. Size the value of the size doesn't matter. So from 0 to, if the size is 5, 0 plus 5 is equal to 5. So this will slice from 0 to 5. For next, like for offset 1 into size is equal to 5, and 5 plus size is equal to 10. So this is slice from item from 5, index 5 to 10. So basically this will implement the pagination we needed. And our Angular project is the starting project, and we have modified the app component. We have added the MatPaginator here, and if there is a flag called loading, if this true will display the spinner, and it's false. If it's false, so if once loading is completed, we'll display this data table. This will have the item name and edges. Okay, not just basic material table with pagination. Okay, now we have in app component, we have users array, and this will store all the users needed, and we have the flag loading. This will be true by default. So at first the data will be loading. So when we have data source and the paginator, we have HTTP client, just with the HTTP request, and on init we will get data with the 0 and 5. So offset being 0 and limited by 5. So this will send the request, and we will get the response on response.users on users. Okay, and users. Okay, now the response to user will be stored on the array user, and the special about this post is that we'll set the length of this to the total length. So once for limit 5 and offset 0, total is 20. We have total of 20 items, and this will send only the first 5 items. So we have first 5 items, but other item will be filled with null once we set the length of this item to the total. So first 5 item will be the objects from the API, and next, other than next, will be just a null. So for us for this array, the length of this array will be of length 20, and we will be displaying only the 5 items. As the paginator will display only the 5 items, the necessary item. Okay, so what we are doing is getting the items and populating these index and setting order to be null. Okay, we have get next data. We'll talk about that next, just after this. So one thing is about that MatPaginator is that we listen to the page event. So whenever the page changes, page change means that when changing this item per page, the page size, and going to next page, previous page, and first or last page, that method will be triggered. So page change will be called first. First of all, we will set the loading to true. So once we set loading to true, this table won't be displayed. So if we didn't set that, if we don't set that loading to true, the table will try to display the items and which are null, so we'll get error. So first we'll set the loading to true, so this content will not be displayed and the spinner will be displayed. The next page index, it will get the current page index. So for now, okay, we are in the page index 0, and if we click next, the page index will be 1. So for let's use example of triggering this next button. So for this example, we have the page index to 1 and the page size. In this example, we have page size of 5, and previous page index is, as we know, the previous page index was 0. We will not use that for now. And the previous size. The previous size means by previous size is the size of the current users. Okay, size of the current users. Since we are in the first page, so page size is 5. So 5 into 1 into 1. 5 into 1 is 5. So previous size is 5. As we have only first 5 items. Okay, this it will be used in that get next data method, and the get next data will get the previous size, the page index, and the page size. Okay, our current size, the current size, and the offset and the limit. So offset will be, for this example, once we trigger that button, we have the offset of 1. So for the offset of 1, it will return all this data. Okay, from 6 to 10. So these data are displayed, and this page, this get next data is called before displaying this page. Okay, so let's talk about that. Okay, in this, these are the everything as usual. We'll set the loading to false and set the users.length to current size. What this will do is it will make an array with null item. So for now our current size is 5, so it will create an array with the 5 items of null. Then we will push the users. So you need to know about this operator. Go check the internet if you don't, or I'll cover it about this in the next video. And this will push all the element response. So for our case, it will push all these 5 elements to that array. For simplicity, let's use a string. And once we set the total length to the length to total, we set the length to total. It will add, or it will make the size length of the array by adding null to last. So for paginator, the item, the users will always have the length of 20. So it will act basically like the local pagination. Once after that, we need to notify about the data change. So for that, we will call this method. Okay, that's all. I'll be sharing the project, this node and Angular project. You will get that code. I think you will understand. If you can understand this, we are just taking that we have total data, and we'll just adding null to the users the data, and those items were not displayed. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good day.